Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio November 21, 2022. It's not straightforward to express yourself or to be open and natural in the first half of the day. Current transits can leave you second-guessing yourself or a situation. You might also sense that others are not receiving you warmly or that something is just a little off. It's likely more about insecurities than the reality of a situation. In truth, you may only be reorienting yourself, ultimately going in a more productive direction. As the day advances, it's easier to move through or out of the fog. The moon heads into your sector of home and family for a stay of over 2 days, and you're ready to settle things down. Comforting and familiar activities boost your mood. Your desire to slow down and nest takes over. Toxic waste is gathering in the heavens. It is best to lie low at all costs and not feed into the insanity that may await. Mighty Mars, the planet of sex and drive, is sizzling through your solar 12th house of secrets, karma, and hidden enemies. He will get into a strangling match with a nefarious and angry Neptune within the sky. If you've been involved in any secret dalliances, hidden matters, or affairs, they may explode in your face at this time with everyone pointing fingers. It is best not to tempt fate. If you're single and someone is promising you things that seem too good to be true, politely decline and run in the opposite direction. Have a clear idea of what you want to do or pursue. Your mind might be running all over the place as Mars retrograde in Gemini squares Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Try not to get frustrated with yourself, especially if you have many ideas or curiosities that you may want to pursue in your professional journey. Instead of rushing into a new opportunity to expand upon your professional journey, it might be better to take a step back to consider what should come first and how you should go about it. While the moon has since moved on, as it was in your income sector when Venus returned to your work sector 4 days ago, this has given the planet of money a sense of where the money is from the start. As Venus and Mercury spend their first weekend in your work sector aligned and with the Sun just 2 days away, this is a chance to look to the future with confidence on the income and job fronts. You may surprise yourself today. It could suddenly be time for you to shine. Like the sun peeking through the clouds, you could light up a room when you least expect it. Have a good time with this. Maybe it's time to treat yourself to a little bit of online shopping. A new moisturizer would be a good idea, or perhaps some earrings or a new hat. Something to accentuate your head, which is where your heat energy radiates. Once again, the cycle starts anew, and you are surrounded with positive and energetic vibrations that can have you feeling like the world is your oyster. It's an excellent time to set some new goals and to consider doing something completely different in your life. Perhaps it's a new artistic endeavor, or a career change that's been in the back of your mind. Pull your ideas forward today and take some steps to make these dreams a reality. Do some checking, talk to some people, and place your confidence in your abilities. In a case of perfect timing, just as the Sun is spending his last weekend in a playful and creative part of your chart and Jupiter his last in retrograde motion in an adventurous part, they move into a friendly aspect. While this is the same aspect that Venus and Mercury formed earlier in the week, with this professional year heating up, the two largest and most powerful bodies in the solar system have joined forces to encourage you to do more than just embrace the weekend spirit. At the same time that the Sun is spending his last weekend in your romantic sector and Jupiter his last in retrograde motion in an adventurous part of your chart, the timing of their alignment today couldn't be better. With the Sun's departure in 2 days bringing all planetary activity on the romantic front for the year to a close, he has joined forces with Jupiter to give the spirit of romance and adventure a massive boost. Daily Planetary Overview. Today, the Moon sextiles Mercury and Venus, and will feel a strong work ethic and determination to get things done. But as the Moon aspects Venus, you could be cautious about letting down your guard with people, and you might even be somewhat defensive. You have to face up to an inner test of strength, constantly pressured by other people's problems. They might even hurt your feelings or wind you up. Take a constructive approach to this difficult situation by seeing it as an opportunity to strengthen your own position and to emerge from the argument with greater self-confidence. To put it mildly, you are somewhat overwhelmed with what is expected of you. There are frequent misunderstandings, especially with relatives and friends. To avoid making the tense situation worse, refrain from acting in the heat of the moment. You need a great deal of time and patience for talking things over to clear matters up. The Sun is in the last degrees of Scorpio, pushing us to rush through our emotions. If you can tap into your reservoir of charm and compassion, you can make it through a challenging morning without too many issues. You have every right to simply have fun with others, but with this attitude you rarely experience the feeling of true love. Being a great heartbreaker limits your experiences, not allowing anyone to break through the barrier you place around yourself. You feel sad and lonely and wonder what it is you're missing. Later, it's a great time to reach out to the people you care about. If you haven't spoken to certain friends or family members in a long time, pick up the phone or send a message to check in with them. The pleasant energy of the evening will inspire you to share. Don't hesitate to let your emotions and intentions be known at this time. Just after midnight, the Virgo moon opposes Jupiter in Pisces, reminding us of the risk of excess. Be mindful of any late-night eating or drinking that could bother your gut. Many of us will be asleep at this hour, and we may be offered guidance in our dreams that bears relevance to waking life, where idealistic or grandiose thinking can get us into trouble. The moon then enters a short void lasting only a couple of hours. You will have to put up with unpleasantness in your private life, being asked repeatedly to take a stance on awkward conflicts. Some decisions may be taken that cause you great pain. Try to see this phase as a chance for inner growth. If you find the right way of doing things, you will be successful. You come under intense scrutiny and react badly to criticism you might receive from people you care about most. Emotional outbursts lead you to say things you later regret. It is probably best if you try and remove yourself from any tense situation to a quiet place where you're able to reflect on how you feel. Constantly tempted to seek pleasure for yourself, you don't even consider the thought of sharing intimate moments with another. If this is the way you feel, your attitude may satisfy you in the short term, but you notice something is missing, you're disenchanted. Practice self-restraint, reflect on your conduct. In the pre-dawn hours, the moon enters Libra, ending its short void of course. Over the next 2 days, our emotional equilibrium hinges on the stability of our relationships and our environments. Unjust or uncivilized interactions can be disturbing to us. We prefer to keep things light and friendly now, avoiding contention through diplomacy. Aim to be discerning and accept things for what they are instead of what you want them to be.